Hey, what is up, guys? I just wanted to make this quick video reading you guys just some Bible verses from Romans that I think are are interesting, but also so cool. So I'm going to be reading out of Romans 1, and I'm going to be starting verse 20. Let me get this right. Verse 20. For since the creation of the world, his invisible attributes are clear and understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. Verse 21. Because although they knew God, they did not glorify him as God, nor were thankful, but became futile in their thoughts, and their foolish hearts were darkened. Verse 22, proclaiming to be wise, they became fools, and they changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like corruptible man, and birds and four-footed animals and creeping things. So I want to talk about verse 20. So a question that a lot of people ask is, all right, what happens if there's people on this island and they can't hear about God? And what I would say to those people is look around. Look around. There's so many things that have been intricately designed that point to a creator. You see, something can't come from nothing, right? And if you look around, you're going to say, man, someone that is way more powerful than me, way more wise than me, created all of this. And that's God. Guys, even if we don't hear about the Lord, we can look around and say, man, someone that is way more powerful than me had to create everything, right? And they're without excuse. They're without excuse. They can't say, oh, I never heard about God. If you look around, you will realize that there has to be a creator, a designer for everything that we see. And going into verse 21, saying that they knew God, but they didn't glorify him. They didn't treat him as God, right? They didn't treat him as God. They weren't even thankful, but they became futile in their thoughts. Their heart was darkened because they turned from the Lord. You see, they knew that God was real, but they didn't glorify him, and their hearts were darkened. And they proclaimed to be wise, but they became fools. Because you see, and that's verse, I just got over verse 21. Now I'm talking about verse 22. Is, guys, true wisdom comes from fearing the Lord. True wisdom comes from the Lord because he is the creator of wisdom, right? So if we don't fear the Lord, we are not truly wise. We don't have true wisdom, right? And then verse 23 is talking about how they created their own gods, how they created their own idols. They changed God into a God created by man. They changed an incorruptible God into a corruptible God, quote unquote God formed by man, right? And that's something that we can do, guys. We can make things our God so easily. So easily, and we have to be wise in that, making sure that nothing in our lives are above God, or we're not making idols in our lives. So God, guys, I just wanted to share that with you, that we are without excuse. If someone hasn't heard of the gospel, they are without excuse because there's clearly a creator. And we cannot turn from God, guys, because our hearts will be darkened. And we don't have true wisdom if we don't fear the Lord, if we're not following him. And we cannot create our own gods. We cannot have idols in our lives. So I just wanted to share that with you guys today. Just out of those 3 Bible verses, and there's so much more that you could probably pull out of those Bible verses, but I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts on those. And I pray that this encourages someone. Guys, make sure that the Lord is number 1 in your life. and that you're not making excuses to not seek after God with everything. I pray that this blesses someone. May this just encourage you. God bless.